tired of seeing teachers quit. I'm tired of principals talking about that they cannot move their school. It is time to take these strategies. It's time to take these schools to the level that I know that we can go. So once again, it's time to get serious about the work that we're doing. That's why I'm passionate about me working with schools all over the world, working with principals, working with teachers, working with districts, looking at data to drive the instructions, looking at classroom management, setting up strategies that we can impact student achievement at all levels, at the high school level, middle school level, elementary level. It is time. And when I say it is time now to get serious about the work that we're doing. If you would like for me to come into your district and really help you to transform that district, that school, hey, reach out and let's take schools to the next level. So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna propose them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my word, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit SHERT School.
If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it? Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
PD. It was productive. It was exciting. We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit SHERTSchoolTurnaroundSpecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with another powerful Saturday morning podcast. And I am excited regarding this when we're doing part two on school administrative checklist for a successful start of the academic school year. Last week, it was fire. We couldn't even get through it because the comments, the information was so excellent. So we're going to do part two. So make sure you first do me a couple things. Share this out, number one, and put on the chat your name and where you're from, and let's go and get started. Give me 2 minutes as I get all of my people in, all my Facebook and LinkedIn and all those folks in. Give me 2 minutes, and we're going to get this party started. But I'm excited. It's a nice day here in Michigan. The weather is good, but the weather's good. The sun is out. I had a very blessed week this week. I have so much to share, so much to give out, so much information to make sure that we are getting what we're getting. So just come on, stay with me. And then, like I said, give me another minute. I got to get all my folks in. They say, Hurt, last week you gave us some good nuggets. So we're going to continue it on this week. And I just loved it because last week I was able to give feedback to everybody that was on my on this live, and the information that you shared was just so powerful, and it allowed me to understand, for schools and districts where you're coming from. Once again, I know it's the middle of the summer, but this is when the work has to get started as we speak. This is when the work has to get started. So give me a few more seconds, few more seconds, few more seconds. I want to make sure I get all of the team in, and we're going to go ahead and get going. All right. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. So let me see who's with me. Let me see who's with me. Let me see who rocking with Sean Hurt this morning. Who is with me this morning? And remember, everybody that was on last week said they was going to bring a friend. So let's see. I got my good friend Dr. Shiki Houston in the house. Good morning to you. Much love, my sister from South Carolina. Much love to you. I got Professor Laws from Greensville, North Carolina. Hey, I need to get down to North Carolina and do some work. So, brother, Professor Laws, if you know somebody contact, hey, let me know. I got to get down and do some work down in North Carolina. I love me some North Carolina. I got my good, faithful friend, Dr. Wallace. All these doctors on here. I feel so special. From Myrtle Beach, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Dr. Wallace. Good morning to you, Dr. Wallace. I got Dr. Jeter in the house from Illinois, 4 hours away from Illinois. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I got my good friend Dylan Jeans, aka CJ, my good friend from when we was little kids. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Salute to you. Salute to you. Salute to you. I got Melissa Jones Chuno in the house. Good morning to you, Melissa Jones. To you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Now I have my other sister in education, Dr. Tammy Taylor. Good morning to you from South Carolina, my good friend, Dr. Taylor. Much love to you. Much love to you. I got Constance Sherrod from Pearl, Mississippi. Pearl, Mississippi. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Dr. Sherrod. Dr. Sherrod. I got Elisa Flowers from Brunswick, Georgia. Georgia in the house. Doing some big things. Them scores just took off for her this past school year. So I know she's going to the next level. I'm praying for your success. I know you're going to do a good thing. I got Dr. David Bell in the house from Benton Harbor. That's about 2 hours. He's from Michigan. They got a new superintendent down there. So much love to you and the work that you're doing with the new superintendent. Give me about 15 more seconds. I got Tara Adderman. Good morning. Where you from, Miss Tara Adderman? Where you from? Let me know where you're from. I got Lynette Wilson in the house from North Carolina. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And I'm going to wrap it up with I got my good friend Tasha Pryor from Detroit. What's up? What's up, Dr. Pryor? I got all these doctors. I feel so humble. And I got Keena Rowland in the house. Good morning to you. Troy Gates. Oh, man. Y'all make me so happy. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to stop right there because I want to make sure I use my time wisely. Once again, my name is Sean Hurt, and I'm here for my morning podcast. And we're going to just go ahead and jump in it real quick. Let me get these captions off because I want to make sure I use all my time. All right. And this morning we're doing part two on the checklist for a successful start of the academic school year. You always need a checklist. Like I said last week, and I'm going to say it this week, it starts now. Schools down south, you guys start the second week of August. You need that checklist. What does that look like? Because you got to get your after school program and you got to get all those things that's going to take place. But before we get started, I always ask this important question. And I need everybody on the chat to kind of help support, talk to it. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? What is the things that's keeping you up at night as an educator? Everybody on here is an educator, but what is that one or two things that's keeping you up at night as an educator? This week, I was fortunate enough to look at like 25 to 30 schools, district data and also their state data, giving it to me. I have access to through different websites. And what's keeping me up at night is that some schools, some principals, some admin people that's constantly on my podcast or on or on Creating Educate's podcast or Principal Fele or Josh Tarver. Shout outs to my team. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. Your scores were real good. Your scores was good. You increased grade levels. You increased proficiency. You did all those things. So I'm happy for you because the work that you're doing, the spending time, has had a major impact on your school. Hats off to you. But then also there's many schools, inner city schools, rural schools. That's what I do. I do the work. That's my work. That's what my bread and butter is laid Those scores are not where they need to be at. It hurts my heart when I see 4% proficiency in math or 8% proficiency in reading for a whole school, and you have 700 kids there. That hurts my heart because I know that if you use these best practices, I know if you just did the right things, these scores, the kids, everything will be so much better. So that's what's keeping me up at night, making sure, how do I reach these schools? How do I get in contact with these schools? How can I help support the schools? Because I've been saying this for the last 12 years. We cannot keep doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get different results. We can't do it in schools. It's the same schools, same district, same, they just 5%, 12%. We have to stop that ASAP. So that's why I'm doing my podcast. That's why the Fantastic Four we're out here. This is free PD. Take advantage of the resources. Does that make sense? All right. What's happening in education this week? I had a very exciting week. I was able to spend some time with my good friend, Principal Nancy Kennedy, down in Alabama at Oliver Elementary School. I worked with her and her leadership team, and we put the plan in place. So I was excited regarding that. Hats off. It was so funny. Her scores from the previous year increased. And then we're still doing, so this is year 2, I'm working with the school. She wants to go to a whole nother level. I'm talking about a whole nother level. So hats off to you and your zeal, your desire for you and your school to get better. They have about 500 kids, 600 kids at the elementary school, and they're all going to be blessed. This week, I will be hanging out with my girl, Dr. Williams in Detroit, Michigan. I'm doing the PD with her staff. I'm down the street. I don't have to go ahead and hit the plane. I'm going to be driving in my car, but I'll be spending a whole day with them, and we're going to tear it up. That high school, I cannot wait. We're going to tear it up. So I'll be down the street with Superintendent Williams, and in the following week, I'll be in Youngstown, Ohio with Principal G. So I'm excited. We're doing some good work. I cannot wait. All right. So let's go ahead. I want to make sure that I get started. So we're doing part two of the checklist for start of a successful academic school year. So let's go ahead. I did 1 through 5 last week. So I'm going to go ahead and go 6 through 12. All right. So give me 1 second. I need everybody to hit that share button. Let's share this out. Let's make sure everybody is getting this. I don't want no one to miss the checklist. Last week, it was powerful, and this is going to help you take your school to the next level. All right. I'm going to go back to number 5. Number 5. This is the checklist. This is what I want you to do before the teachers come in. Make sure that the students come in. This is your checklist. This is how you're going to be successful. Number 5, curriculum and instruction. I need you to collaborate with curriculum coordinator and instructional leader to discuss curriculum updates, professional development, and teaching strategies. Curriculum and instruction. You need to sit with your team to look at to discuss curriculum updates, because every year you might have a different curriculum. Things might change. You need to sit down and discuss that. Next, also with that, your professional development. Who are you bringing in for professional development, and will it give you the biggest bang for your buck? What do you need? Who do you need to bring in? And like I said last week, do not bring in people that are not experts in the area, because you're wasting your money. In addition to that, make sure you talk to your team about the needs of the school and the needs of the staff. And the last one is teaching strategies. I was talking to a few principals this week and last week. They have a lot of first-year, second-year teachers. What does that look like? What does the classroom setup look like? How do we get those teachers, up as far as quick as we can for the students to come in? Students are coming in, so now we don't have time to try this. So we got to give them all of the resources we can. Help them out. Hold their hand. That means if we have to help them set up the classroom, If you have to bring in somebody that's going to do classroom management for inner city students or rural students, if you need to bring in some after school stuff, do this now. Set it up now. Get it straight now. Do not wait till August and September. It is too late because the kids are already in. Those 55 teachers are already moving, and you can't stop it because now the kids are in and everything is going. Start it now. Hear my voice. Start it now, please. All right. All right. Next one. Budget and resources. Budget and resources. You must allocate your budget and prioritize your spending. Consider technology needs, classroom supplies, and maintenance. Now, when I was a principal, I ordered all of my stuff now, all of the books, all of the copy paper. I made sure that my Title I, my Title II, my 31A, there's people on my podcast that will do after school programming for your school. I set aside money. I called them. Hey, how much would it cost for you to do an after school mentoring program from September to December for 85 kids? How much is that going to cost? Well, Mr. Hurt, is going to cost this amount. I set that to the side. If I needed to spend $25,000 on books, I set that to the side. Listen to what I'm saying. Not only that's what you're responsible for, you have to understand your budget and resources. I've seen so many schools over the years waste money on things that they do not need or on things that's to sit in the corner and collect dust. They spend $80,000, $75,000, $60,000 on books that they didn't need. They spent $135,000 on technology that they didn't use. They were spending the spending, but they did not understand the budget and they did not understand resources. Once again, I was a principal. I need you to get this. Sit with your budget people and go over it. Like I have Greg Dawson. He has a very good program that he's rolling out in September. I'm going to ask him, how much does it cost for your program to roll out at my school? I'm going to set aside that money to be able to have that program rolling out of my school. Principal Law says, geez, that's a lot of budget money. Yes. Once again, I'm going to go slow with this because I was talking to a principal last week and I had to explain. You must understand your general fund budget. That's one budget. All your teachers, secretary, all those people are in that line item. Follow me very closely. I'm walking you through some stuff. And then a majority of my schools on here are school-wide Title I. That means they're free and reduced lunch. All kids eat for free, breakfast, the whole 9 yards. Under that, you have Title I, Title II, at risk, 31A. These are all budget items that you must know. I'm not saying you be an expert, but at least have some type of idea or whatever. You might have, for example, if you are a school with 700 kids, high school, middle school, or elementary, in your Title I, in your Title I budget, you probably have close to $1.5 million in your Title I budget. 700 kids, $1.5 million in your Title I. In your Title II, you probably have close to about $400,000 in there. At risk, about $250,000. You have that money. What is it being allocated to, and how are you getting the results that you're supposed to be getting at the end of the year? How do you know this, Mr. Hurt? I've been doing this for over 15 years. This is the work I do. This is why I was successful, because I understood my budget and resources. I did not take $60,000 and just let it blow away in the wind, ordering something just to be ordering something and it's sitting in the corner. I did not do that. Every penny that I spent had a direct impact on my teachers and on my students. I don't know why I'm staying on this budget, but I got to stay there. I feel I got to stay there. Every penny that I spent had a direct impact on the teachers' development and the students. We got to get it. Well, her inbox me, and I will send and walk you through your budget. That's the work I do. All right. How does that sound? I see Candace Smith saying, I'm learning. Thank you. I see Principal Tammy Taylor said, teach us. Yes, I see Dr. Jeter. You understand the assignment. Yeah. I'm telling you what it is. And then we'll get the budget and we'll just put it down and we'll have somebody telling us how to spend your money. You'll have somebody telling you what to spend your money on your school, and they've never been to your school and they don't even know the needs of your school. You're supposed to be over that. But when you know better, you do better. I'll put that in the chat. Now I'm talking. When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. If I know my budget, I know what to allocate. I know what to get. I know what materials to purchase. I know these different things because I understand that I got $700,000 in my Title II budget, and I got to spend it by the end of the year. Let's allocate that. Next thing, number 7. Hit that share button. I told you, man, I'm not playing with folks this year. I told you this is information that I'm giving you for you to be successful. Next one is this. Safety and security. Review emergency protocols, conduct safety drills, and address any security concerns. Safety and security. Make sure this summer that you have a safety and security protocol. If something happens in your school, Lord forbid, where do we go? Shut down. Do we have, when I was a principal, I had doors that locked inside. Once the teachers locked the doors, they were locked inside. Fire drills, all those things. If something happens at your school, say like a chemical, something drops, or whatever it may be, where do I take 700 kids at? You got to leave your building. Is there a church? Is there a YMCA? Is there a place that 700 kids can go to? I had to do all that this summer. I walked over to the YMCA and said, hey, you're going to be on our emergency protocol. And if something happens at our school, we're going over there. They said, not a problem, Mr. Hurt. We're all set. Safety and security. Even if those doors didn't lock, I had to get on my maintenance. Hey, when people come in, I want those doors locked. I want the cameras ready. I need my school to be safe and secure. Not only that, also I walked it through my teachers and things of that nature. I made sure that was top priority. Also during dismissal, follow me very closely, because during dismissal, you have 800 kids outside. How does your dismissal look? I know I'm talking to somebody. How does your dismissal look for safety and security? You got 800 kids outside. You got parents coming in. You got cars. Your school is off the freeway. Your school is in the neighborhood. Whatever that is, how does that look? When I was the principal, I strategically was outside and I was able to look at all of the kids coming out. So I was in this point. I have my AP on the other end for the buses. I made sure my buses were straight. And then I have my 3 other coaches on other ends of the area. So we had everything guarded for safety and security. I have my radios ready to go. Oh man, yeah, yes. I know I'm walking you through it. See, I told you I've been a principal for many years. You don't get this from a book. Have my radios. Radio. Check 1, we good. Check 2, we good. Check 3. All right. Okay, I see a car coming through. Make sure that car is situated. I got my 8th graders coming out of door B. Make sure that's straight. You understand what I'm saying? Safety and security. Man, give me 5 more minutes. I'm on fire. Hit that share button. Let me know if this is sounding good. Let me know if this is good. The checklist. Your superintendent should not have to give you the checklist. You already know what's taking place. You already know what's going on. Next one, parent and community involvement. You need to plan all of your back to school events, parent teacher conferences, and community outreach initiatives. Plan all that now. Your back to school events. Don't plan a back to school event a week before. Plan it now so you can get it out in the community, so you can welcome your students before the school starts, so you can meet those parents. What is your back to school event looking like? Also, your parent teacher conference, during your back to school events, you're giving out the information to the parents, you're giving out the schedules, you're giving out books, information. That is what you got to do. Also, reaching out to the community. Not only are you the principal, but you are a community activist in your community. They look at you to be able to help support what's taking place in the community. So, for example, you got 700 kids there. You got over 2,100 parents. It's election month in your community. Your school, you are very big for voting for different things in your community. Going to the mayor's monthly events, going to the town hall meetings, making sure you're visible. What does that have to do with being a principal? It has everything to do with being a principal. You want the community to get involved in your school. Any former principal or any current principal will tell you that's half the battle, having the community supporting you. Because when a rubber hits the road, I'm going to say this, when the rubber hits the road, you want to be able to call those community people and say, hey, I need 50 people at the next school board meeting because X, Y, and Z. I need 50 people at the next school board meeting supporting what I'm trying to do so the school board could pass the bill on whatever it needs to be. I need you there. But you can't do that if you're not part of the community or if you're not networked with the community and things of that nature. Does that make sense? The checklist, I'm giving you the checklist. You can't get all that stuff taken care of in September. You align it now when it's downtime, when you don't got the kids in there, when you're just setting it up. Community, parent, and community engagement. Give me 3 more minutes. Hit that share button. Let me know if this is sounding good. All right, man. Next thing, I'm gonna skip it over. School calendar. Finalize important dates, holidays, and school events. That it will get your butt in trouble if you don't got the school calendar ready. When is our testing dates? When is Christmas break? Thanksgiving break? Half the days? This, that, and the third. Make sure your school calendar is ready to go. Think about it. When should we have our parent teacher conferences? What time should we have it? What day? The whole 9 yards. Have your school calendar ready. Have it ready now because you can tweak it. You can look at it. You can kind of do what you got to do. But have your school calendar ready now. So I'm going to stop right there because it's 10:30. I want to make sure everybody supports Create and Educate. I love them to death. I need everybody to go with Dr. Houston, Dr. Taylor, their principal Fele at 11, tomorrow Josh Tarver. But just a couple of things. Please make sure you take this checklist and use it. This is not motivation, but this is going to help you go to the next level. If you need me to come in and support you, by all means, inbox me. We can make it work. Last thing is that, hey, my books, listen, if you can't have me come in, pick up the books. Don't just eat from the table and not bring anything. Pick up the books. I got one on inner city. So if you're a principal in inner city rural schools, you got to order this. And I got one for parents. Order this book for all of your parents. I talked about it. You can order it out of your Title I, Title II budget. Order the book and give this to all of the parents in the beginning of the year. It's going to bless you. So thank you very much. Give me them emojis. Let's share it out. I want this to go viral. Go on my YouTube page. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Let's make this to the next level. Thank you. See you next week. Same time, same place. Thank you. Much love to you.